The state of Florida ran a school for over 100 years where children were beaten until their clothes soaked through with blood, buried in secret graves, and hunted through swamps with dogs when they tried to escape. And for most of that century, everybody knew. That is not a conspiracy theory. That is the documented, investigated, forensically confirmed truth of the Arthur G. Dozier School for Boys in Marianna, Florida. And I need you to understand what that place actually was before I tell you what they found in the ground. It opened in 1900. They called it a reform school. Boys as young as 5 years old were sent there, some for skipping school, some for stealing food, some for nothing more than being poor and inconvenient in a state that had decided certain children were problems to be warehoused rather than people to be raised. The beatings happened in a small white concrete building on the property. The boys called it the White House. Staff would take a child inside, force them face down onto a mattress, and beat them with a 3-foot leather strap reinforced with metal. Not once, not twice. Survivors reported 30 lashes, 40 lashes, enough to split the skin open, enough that the mattress was stained, enough that boys came out unable to walk. And while it was happening, staff ran an industrial fan outside the door. Not for ventilation, to drown out the screaming so the boys waiting outside couldn't hear exactly what was coming for them. That fan is the detail I can't stop thinking about. Someone had to make that decision. Someone thought about the noise problem and solved it. Black children had it worse, which in this context is almost unimaginable to say out loud. The school was segregated. Black boys were used as forced labor in fields and brickyards, worked like livestock by a state institution funded by taxpayer money. When boys tried to escape, and they did try, they ran into the swamps surrounding the property because there was nowhere else to go. And the staff organized hunts, tracking dogs, manhunts through the wilderness, children running barefoot through Florida swamp trying to get away from the place their government had sent them. The ones who were caught were beaten so severely some did not survive. Some were never brought back at all. In 1914, a fire tore through one of the dormitories at night. Investigators and survivors both testified that boys burned to death because they were locked in their rooms.